Manchester United boss Ralph Rangnick may have new £64 million option to replace Paul Pogba. Manchester United could have a perfect long-term midfield replacement for Paul Pogba should the Frenchman's contract expires next summer. Pogba's United future is uncertain, with just over 6 months left on his deal and no sign of him signing the offer currently on the table. But interim manager Ralph Rangnick doesn't intend to go out of his way to persuade Pogba to stay at Old Trafford beyond his existing contract. Ahead of the win at Norwich City, he told reporters, "Players have to want to stay and play for the club. For a big club like Manchester United, if a player does not want to play for a club like Manchester United, even in the long term, I don't think it makes sense to convince him to change his mind. This is such a massive club with such fantastic support. I don't think that anyone in the club should then try to convince the player to stay. If the 28-year-old decides against remaining in Manchester, a prime opportunity for United to secure a replacement has recently emerged." Culture got the report. Sergej Milinkovic-Savic has an agreement with Lazio, which will likely see him depart at the end of the season. The Serbia international's agent, Moti Jakismart, has an arrangement with Lazio president Claudio Lotito, who values him at £64 million, €75 million. Milinkovic-Savic is under contract until 2024, so the Bianco Celesti will be under no pressure to sell, and United will have to submit a hefty offer to secure his services. He will undoubtedly feel the void Pogba is said to leave behind, told with his taking prowess and psychicality that always bodes well in the Premier League. Over the last year, Milinkovic-Savic has ranked in the top 3% of midfielders for passes into the penalty area, 1.88 per 19 minutes. The 26-year-old is also in the top 6% of midfielders for touches in the final third, 24.6 per 90, and will add a new dimensions in the middle of the park, standing at 6'3". He often dominates his individual battles and is in the top 4% for aerial duels, 3.11 per 90. Like Pogba, Milinkovic-Savic is most accustomed to acting as an advanced player in the midfield three, regularly featuring on the right at Lazio. If United sign a top-class defensive midfielder as planned in the next two transfer window, a holding player with the towering serve and Bruno Fernandes ahead of them will be a recipe for success. Pogba could still sign on the dotted line, though, especially with the Red Devils expected to employ an elite manager ahead of the 2022 or 23 campaigns.